As you guys already know, your credit is always very essential in this financial market that we're in and the economy that we're in. It is literally essential. I've dropped many videos about how impactful your credit is to your overall quality of life when it comes to your finances, jobs, various forms of insurance. Your credit plays a factor in everything. In this video, I want to talk to you about a common but underrated strategy on how you can effectively build your credit. And I'm going to tell you about current marketplace conditions around this specific product, financial product, that you can exercise to increase your credit, every few months without having to take much risk at all. This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity, helping you to customize your blueprint for prosperity through relationship banking, maximizing your borrowing capacity, proper use of life insurance, and the ownership of real estate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading content on a daily basis to help you customize your blueprint for prosperity. So what is this little known tactic that will possibly elevate and likely elevate your credit score overnight without you having to jump through a bunch of hoops? And in today's marketplace can be done from right on your mobile device in a matter of a few moments. Credit limit increases. Why are credit limit increases the secret weapon that I'm dropping in this video as far as your credit is concerned? The second biggest component of your credit score on almost any scoring model is going to be utilization. Available credit, how much credit you have available versus balances, things of this nature. If you have balances left on your card, what are those balances in relevance to your available credit, so on and so forth. It breaks out into multiple sectors within that one scoring model, within that one section of the scoring model. I've dropped videos on that already. When it comes to credit utilization, is very impactful. It's usually 30-35% of almost any different scoring model that you run across when it comes to your score. The only thing higher ever is payment history. So payment history and time are two things you just have to let play out in time. Pay your bills on time and let time continue to persist on. Utilization is something you can actively influence by keeping balances low, using cards effectively, keeping balances low or to zero, and by keeping your credit limits increasing. In today's marketplace with credit cards, more and more credit card issuers are allowing you to apply for credit limit increases literally from your mobile app in a matter of moments without a hard inquiry. I dropped a video recently how Chase Bank has jumped on board with this. Amex is notorious for this. Capital One is also in that bunch. Several other institutions will allow you, Navy Federal in most cases. Many other institutions of any size that have the infrastructure will allow you to go online or go on your mobile app and apply for a credit limit increase without a hard inquiry, meaning you're taking no risk to have almost a certainty on improving your credit score if you can get approved for it. Credit limit increases are not that hard to get approved for. You want to have the card usually for a minimum of 3 to 6 months, show healthy activity, healthy spending levels, be able to demonstrate a strong income. If it's a credit card within a banking institution that you already work with, that's the best. That's relationship banking at its finest. Then you can manipulate your ability to get your better opportunity at credit limit increases through showing healthy deposits and healthy banking activity and using multiple products within that institution because you're a more profitable customer. And if you're using that credit card effectively, spending on it effectively, meaning spending consistently and at a reasonably high level, paying off in full or paying down to extremely low levels, less than 10%, less than 7%, and then, turning around and applying for it in a timely fashion, meaning 3 to 6 month windows. So don't apply for it too soon on your credit limit increases. If you can follow those behaviors, show a steady, consistent income, and ideally an ascending income, an ascending and developing credit score, if you can put these mechanisms into place, which hopefully is already naturally happening for you, credit limit increases are very realistic to get on an every 3 to 6 month window with almost any significant credit card issuer. They are looking to extend credit to their clients, especially the ones that are really using that money, because they get paid the more you use it. So they're incentivized to put that money out there. I am thinking that in the current economic cycle we're in, there could be some tightening for some of these institutions, but to be completely honest, at the moment, a lot of these institutions are letting the floodgates open when it comes to their limits and when it comes to credit cards at the moment. So maybe this is a golden opportunity at this current point in time that needs to be jumped on. It's being recorded on March 14th of 2023, probably released sometime, around March 23rd, March 24th. And, March of 2023, we'll call it. At this point in time, a lot of credit card issuers are really laying out on limits and approvals in most cases. So you might want to jump out there and take advantage. But getting back to the subject at hand, credit limit increases as they incrementally show up on your credit report are almost guaranteed to give you at least a single and potentially even a double-digit credit score increase instantaneously as it reports on your credit report, because it's inflating your utilization as far as available credit, decreasing your balance to available credit ratio, your utilization if you leave a balance. These things are literally is the second most impactful part of your credit score. You're guaranteed per credit limit increase. If you can even do this on one card, you'll see probably a single-digit increase on your credit score on all bureaus. If you have multiple cards, 2 or 3 different cards in different institutions, like, one Capital One, one Navy Federal, one Chase, whatever the case may be, one Amex, one Capital One, and can get these cards increased every 3 to 6 months in sync with each other, I can guarantee you, most likely your score is going to go up single to double digits every time you do this. Very powerful strategy. If you just got an 8-point bump and you were able to get it every 6 months, that's 16 points on your credit score just from that strategy. That's not talking about continuing to pay your bills on time, your credit report aging. If you can get it every 3 months, if you're fortunate enough to be able to get a limit increase every 3 months, just sticking again at the 8 points per time you get a limit increase, that means at the end of the year, you had a 32-point boost across your credit profile, which is enough to change interest rates when you go to borrow for bigger products like cars and homes. So this is a magnificent strategy, very simple, very easy to understand. Have strong banking relationships, have strong usage data points on the card, spend on it, pay it down, and make sure you're paying all your other bills. Make sure your income's steady or increasing, even if it's incrementally increasing, 3,000, 5,000. It doesn't have to be a lot. These things make a huge difference. If you can get a credit limit increase every 3 to 6 months, I promise you your score is going to inflate seemingly overnight. And the more other banks see you get approvals from other banks and they check your report and your limits are higher over here with this competitor, those banks are going to chase and pursue that limit and try to exceed it. So it's just a big cat and mouse game that you put those lenders in for the good, of course, for all parties, yourself for increased credit score and available credit. For these companies, they're getting a more profitable customer and everybody's eating off the same plate. So I hope this was valuable for you. I know it was. Matter of fact, I enjoyed bringing you the content. Please exercise this strategy. It's one of the most risk-free, inexpensive ways for you to get massive benefits on credit cards, build your credit report, build your credit score, and build strong banking relationships. This is JP. As always, I want y'all to stay focused, stay in motion. See y'all soon.